Yes, yes, people. What's good, man? It's your boy Rhino. Welcome back to MGTV. We are live and are live. This is the Manchester United match reaction. Burnley nil, Man United 1. I've got my bro Staffy, first time on this channel. He's been showing a lot of love. Listen, he's been doing his thing, man. He's flying with it. Consistency. He's my guy. I like his opinion. He keeps it real, man. So big up my guy, Staff, man. What are you telling me, bro?
Big up, bro. Big up. Nice. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I just realized it's my first time doing a show because I've worked with you a lot that I just realized it was never on this channel here. But
Yeah, yeah,
listen, the
yeah.
debut is here. It's gonna be
That's
a
it,
better
man.
debut than Amrabat's because the minutes he got was garbage. So I'm probably gonna get better minutes than him. But thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, no worries, man. Random stream. I need to start setting my streams in advance so people can start loading up and planning. But hopefully we get a couple people in here anyway. But I'm gonna talk my thing anyway. Um, Bruno's obviously scored a good goal. Varane came on, made such a difference. We're gonna talk about that as well. We're gonna talk about how we thought Amrabat did. Talk about the players on the pitch, man. Big up Cruz in the building. Says big up bros. Big up my guy, man. Always showing love, man. Love my bro. Um, you guys in the comments, get in the comments as well. I know it's gonna take a while for people to filter in, but yeah, leave a comment. Let me know how you think we did in the game. I don't know. For me, guys, I'm gonna start it straight off the bat, man. It was awful, 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 terrible, ridiculous performance, man. Yes, we can talk about all the circumstances that are going around our club in regards to the injuries and just everything happening in the background with Anthony, Sancho. We can bring up the ownership if we're going to talk about that, but we've got a lot happening at our club. You feel me? So, but I don't think it's any excuse. These players should be good enough to have a decent performance still. Big up, why not Spursy? Big up, gents here. Come on, man. Come on, man. Big up, man.
Big up,
And
Buenos.
Cruz Banter as well. United were awful, but unlike my team, Chelsea, you have players like Bruno who can unleash one piece of magic. Yeah, we're going to talk about that as well. Literally, that's going to be my first talking point after I talk about the general performance of the lads, man. But listen, bruv, Staffy, let me even go to you actually, because I think you did a review on Terry on the Terrence as well. I've seen a few reviews here and there. I watched the United stand. I've seen what Flawless is saying as well. I've just been getting bits and pieces. But what are you saying though? What are you saying? How are you feeling about that? Like,
I'll tell you how I'm feeling. If I'm being honest, I feel like people are being a little bit entitled today. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did a show with Flawless last week,
yeah,
and he made a very good point. He said, at the end of the day, it's a results business more than anything else. We all want to play
yeah,
good football. We gonna play. We all want to play pretty football on the pitch, easy and die, and all that. He's like, but at the end of the day, you need to get results, regardless of what kind of performance you're putting on. So when we weren't winning, the main thing we were upset about is not just that we're not giving in good performances, we weren't winning as well.
yeah.
Today I looked
Facts,
at the
facts.
game and I'm like, we haven't been playing good football for one reason or another that I will explain. And at this point, you need to grind results until your team is back healthy. The players that
Yep,
you
yep,
signed are ready to start. The core of the team that was already existing from last season or whatever is there, and then you could
yep.
start talking about performances. You can't
Exactly.
lose and say, "Oh well, you know what? We're losing, but we're trying to have an identity." No, no, no. You at the end of the day, you need to pick up results. After 3 games where you haven't picked up any points, you lost to Bayern in the Champions League, you lost to
Yep,
Arsenal and Brighton in the league. The next thing the next game, you're thinking in your head, I need to get a win. You're not saying, I
yep,
want to show patterns of play. I want to have, pretty football, easy and I would need to pick up 3 points, which we did, which to me, this was the biggest thing. We went away from home. We
yep,
picked up points against a team that has only 1 point so far. They're sitting in 19th place. And that was the end result.
yep.
Now, playing pretty football, I get that part. But here's the issue that I have with some of the fans today, and I said that on the terrace.
Yeah, go on,
Why would
talk your
anyone
thing.
my eyes need a what? I don't even know how to say this word. Exorcism? Good lord.
An
Bit
exorcism.
disappointed with bit disappointed for Burnley. Listen, I can't sit there and expect that the team that lost last week to Brighton and then lost to Bayern to go ahead a game right after losing Lissandro. So you lost an extra player, by the way,
Yep, yep.
for us on the ball in the build-up, and say we should have won today. We should have played good today. Why is McTominay not giving me patterns of play? Why is Hannibal not giving me patterns of play? Why are we not building up from the back the same way that we should be building up when Varane and Lissandro are there? Why is my left back not doing the same thing? Why is my right back? Bro, the team is completely different. These guys shouldn't be there. Let's be honest. McTominay himself should have been sold. Regulon shouldn't have been signed. So that's two
Yep.
players today from the 11 that we didn't even expect to have this season going in. And then you add
Yep.
that Hannibal who started, and let's be very honest, we all thought he would loan him. I actually don't think he's a bad player. He's not
Yeah, he's been
player.
okay. Yeah.
We put him in the team because we needed someone to run today. Okay.
Yeah.
We lost all our right wingers. Let's be very honest. We have no right wingers.
That right wing is cursed. I think it's
Yep.
cursed at this point. Yeah.
And we started a whole different backline than the one that he wanted to start the season with, because he wanted to start the season with Varane, Lissandro, and Shaw, and you can argue who the right back is. But then he changed the whole backline. People were saying, "But what are they doing on training? What did you expect the manager to do? He's just gonna go into training with a magic wand, and all of a sudden these players are gonna be the same." The profile of players are not the same, and people are saying, "But there should be patterns of play. There should be this.
All
There
right,
should
cool.
be
So
that."
what about, because this is what I've seen as well. So what about people blaming Ten Hag? People are saying, cool, he can pick better players and players that are going to carry the ball and whatever. What's your point? What's your response to that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
Rhino, you know
mine.
when that's applicable, because you know what I just learned about this fan base, Rhino. I could never
Yeah.
win with them. I just never win.
Yeah.
When I sat there and I said, you know what, if this
You
is
was
going to be
doing
his starting
criticizing. You were
11,
Yeah, I
100%.
remember.
I said, you know what, I think this guy shouldn't be here. That guy shouldn't be there. And they called me negative. But then he lost his whole 11, let alone the couple that I didn't want. And people were saying, but Staff, you're making excuses. What are they doing on the training pitch? What are they going to do on the training pitch that all of a sudden is going to make McTominay show up to the ball and become a good passer? If I sit here, listen, Rhino, if I ever sit here and tell you that when we play with a midfield of Casemiro, Hannibal, and McTominay, we should be playing the same way, and there's no drop off in the performance as compared to if we start Amrabat, Kobe Manu, Ericsson, Bruno, them, and maybe you can argue Mount. If I ever say that, remind me of this clip so I can shut down my YouTube channel. Because if I ever say that, I am 100% waffling. And anyone who thinks that a manager is going to come in and with a magic wand make everyone a better player, that's not going to happen. He didn't even want McTominay. It's the fact that he wanted to sell McTominay and he started today. That's not on him. You know, I'm not going to sit here and talk about the club not selling these players and replacing them, but I should at least, Rhino, that the least I could do is wait for him to get the players that he wants. And only then I'll be like, you know what? You have the whole recipe right now. Let me see if you could cook something good or not. But if you have everyone and you fail, I'm going to be like, you know what? You had everyone. You had Amrabat, you had Mount, you had Bruno, you had the youth that you brought up, Manu, you had Ericsson on the bench, you have Casemiro, you have everyone, and you're just playing back football. Only then I could be like, you know what? You failed. But how can I hire you? If I hire you, right now, let me say, I think this is the best way I could say it. If I hire you, let's say you're a chef, okay? You're good at.
By the way, I'm gonna go through the comments in a minute. Yeah, let's let Staffy land, people. I'm gonna go through the comments. So you lot hang tight, keep flying the comments in as well, and big up, man. Like the video as well, people. But yeah, Staffy, go on.
If I hire you and like I don't know, you're probably like, let's say your signature is you're an Italian, you know how to cook Italian. That's your cuisine, okay? And I hire you to cook me Mediterranean or Chinese. You're gonna be like, listen, I am a chef, but that's not my specialty. I need the right ingredients. And I'm like, no. If you're a good chef, you can make anything out of nothing. And you're like, I get that, but there's only much that I could do with these ingredients that I don't want. I want these ingredients. Give me these ingredients first. People want me to judge him. And by the way, I've been very critical. And Rhino, you've been on my channel where I sat there and I criticized them for so many things. But this is not the one. I would have to be deluded to sit here to think that I'm a midfield of what we had today, Hannibal, McTominay, and a Casemiro could do the same abilities on the ball and have the same abilities on the ball as a Kobe Manu, Amrabat, Mount, and Bruno. And I'm not that guy. You guys can listen to these deluded guys that are going to sit here and tell you the standards this, the standards that. I just know the difference because I am a footballing guy at the end of the day,
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I'll
Hmm.
criticize the manager when he's doing something wrong. So far, the last 3 games, if I'm being honest, not the Brighton game, sorry, I think he got that one wrong. But the Arsenal game, the Bayern game, and today's game, the manager set us up right. We won one of the three. The other two, you can argue that that Arsenal game was a win if it wasn't offside, and
Yep.
then we
Yep. Yep.
conceded two in the last minute. And the Bayern game was 4-3, so it was a close game at the end of the day. So
Yep.
I can't blame the manager too much. I'll blame him when I'm ready to blame him for everything. I'll see the
But then
whole
it's not
thing, and I'm
necessary.
like,
I
you know
agree,
what? You're
bro.
not getting it to click. Yeah.
I agree. No, 100% Stuffy, man. I'm gonna go through the comments and I'm gonna carry. I'm gonna take over from what you're saying. So why not Spurs? He says my eyes need an exorcism. Good Lord, bitty disappointed. For Burnley. So obviously, an exorcism is when you have like someone from the church come to the. From what I remember, and I could be wrong. Let me know if I butcher this, people. But they come to the house because you've got maybe bad spirits in the house, and they come and do some
Oh,
prayers, and then they clear all the bad demons or whatever.
I'm a Muslim
But
man. I didn't know that. I
yeah,
had a
yeah,
different faith.
yeah. Big up Sophia as well. She says big up gentlemen. Why not Spurs? Says what about organized football? We're going to talk about that still. Cruz says he hears you, Staffy, but Burnley are one of the worst teams in the league. Despite United form, there's no excuse. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get to that. Big up beautiful smiles as always. Shout out to Rhino and Staffy. Why did 10% from Why Not Spursy again? Why did 10% hug? I shouldn't even repeat that bit, man, because I'm still 10 hug in. Sacrifice Palestra midweek not to play him in this game or not to have a right wing. Killed his confidence, in my opinion. Not good man management. I want to talk about that specifically
I
because
was
you're damned
surprised
if
with
you.
that. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
surprised with
because
that.
I've got a different opinion on that, funny enough. And Don Dade says here we have Rhino, I have some uncomfortable truths. Then he goes here to say we have no style of play. Grizz, if you're playing transitional football, I wonder if you, yeah. If you're playing transitional football, you must be organized in defense, compact. We ain't even that. The Zerbi never sacrifices his philosophy, nor does Postacoglu. They have inferior players and still have beautiful football, potent football. ETH changed his philosophy after Klopp whooped him 7. United bitty performances, thought Burnley could have won the game. And we got Ozzy as well. Don Dada says ETH is a coward, lost the plot, said he was inspired by Pep and Cruyff, but now changed his philosophy playing S. We played Burnley, for fuck's sake, needs to play football. That got him the job. Ozzy says, Wagwan man, them came to show love. I hope the title doesn't mean we're getting Bruno prop from you, you lot. I just put that there because I know a lot of people are gonna want to see what we're gonna say about Bruno. So, and then Sophia says, big up Ozzy. The Bruno goal was quality, but we got to give props to Johnny Evans' assist as well. All right, cool. Here's where I'm with it, yeah. And I'm gonna summarize everything that Staffy said. I'm gonna talk about what people are saying in the comments. Before we went into this game, everyone was worried. We knew Burnley should be an easy game, but we were worried, people. Our form's not good in general. Our away form is poor. We have many injuries, and there's a lot happening at the club. So I don't want to see comparisons to the Zerbi, and I don't want to see Postacoglu. Yes, Levy's not the greatest owner, but there's not so many underlying problems, and there's no problems in the dressing room right now. We've got problems in the dressing room, people, and I think because of what Ten Hag did last year, we've forgotten all the problems that we still have. We've forgotten that even though Ten Hag got us third and he got us a trophy, we have a lot of problems that have come into this season. So I understand when we need to see a style of play. But if you look at Ten Hag, he's an adaptable person and he's doing what he thinks is right. We can say, okay, why didn't he play Palestri? But if Palestri came in and got injured, would have said, you know what I mean? I think you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, in my opinion. He already explained why he didn't play Palestri in Brighton, because Palestri came back from their away international duties and he wasn't 100, so he put him in the buy. And he said he planned to put Palestri in already. Let him do what he's doing. We got the 3 points. When we don't get the 3 points, we moan. When we don't, now we've got the 3 points, we're moaning about how we play. We're in bad form, people. Let's not forget that. I'm not sticking up for Ten Hag. I'm not saying that he gets everything right, correct. But what I'm trying to say to you is that we've got the 3 points, and that's what today was about. And he said it from early. I'm just about the 3 points. So if he's telling you his game plan and his game plan worked, why are we complaining? Ten Hag said it's about the 3 points. You know, cool. And what else did someone say? So Don Dad is saying ETH is a coward. Listen, I can agree to an extent what you're saying about his philosophy and style of play. I understand we're not seeing it consistently, and the players he's brought in don't complement. I understand that.
Rhino,
But
why would I see it this game? That's what I want to know. If we didn't see it with certain players be
exactly,
out, with more
exactly,
players out, what am I expected to see? Do you
exactly. I was just
understand?
gonna say that,
That's
Staffy.
what I'm saying.
Go on, finish it off
Rhino,
for me, bro.
it's just like right. It's that's what I'm saying. The sense of entitlement with this United fan base right now, and I am someone who's very critical of a lot of things that Ten Hag's done. But how can I be critical of him when he has to play a midfield of Hannibal, McTominay, and Casemiro?
100. Come
Rhino,
on, that
I
stinks.
go back to last month. You remember when I was sitting there saying that Casemiro in that midfield is not good enough? Okay.
Yeah,
Not
yep, yep.
only
You said
that,
it. Yep, it's there.
I said
It's
that,
there.
but now he's playing action with McTominay and Hannibal. So I was just saying that Casemiro's our weak
Big up,
link,
Steph.
and we lost more people. So I'm like, bro, if I think Casemiro in that midfield is not good enough with the others around him, why would I think that Casemiro with McTominay and Hannibal is gonna make us play good football? It's like these. I feel like
Exactly.
some people are programmed to listen one thing because we listen to rivals and rivals say certain things. Arsenal
Triggers.
last season lost the league because they had a drop off in one player. They went from Saliba to Holding, and they're not a like to like. So that impacted the way that they play football, and they went on like 4 games in a row without winning. Why am I meant to think that a manager who's trying to implement a new system this season compared to last season by bringing in a goalkeeper, bringing in a couple midfielders, and bringing in a new striker, and none of them have been on the pitch together with our main players that already exist, like Varane, Lissandro, Shaw, and Bruno, and them. These guys haven't been on the pitch at the same time, and they're supposedly our best players. And by the way, some of them I actually don't rate, but these guys haven't even been on the pitch together. And I meant to think that going away to Burnley with 12 injuries, we're supposed to play style of football. This has never been. We won trophies for years not having the best style of football. You know who always had a good style of football?
Even back in the day, even under Ferguson, we didn't have a style of football.
That's what I'm saying.
We've never had a style.
Arsenal have always had a good style of football, and they haven't won a league in 20 years.
The quick passing. Yeah.
Yeah, but now you look at them. I actually heard it on a show today. Someone said they would trade good football for shitty football if it means they're going to win the league, and that's the reality. Obviously, I'm not comparing us to Arsenal right now, by the way, because Arsenal are way ahead in their process than us. But even Arteta, when you look at the players that he had first compared to now. I remember, when they put these pictures of the squad, Rhino, and everyone who left, they put them in gray, and then the ones that are still there, like in color. The only thing that they have is Martinelli, Saka, and ESR. And that's Arteta, who's rated by a lot of players. Klopp, when he was training, when he went in and he started playing dynamic football, whatever, how long did it take him to start getting in the top 4 and actually picking up trophies? He was trying to play his style, but it didn't mean that everyone was good enough for it. He had to get rid of Lucas Leiva and them, and slowly he was integrated in putting in some of his players to play the style play that he wants, and slowly developed. Every time you add another piece, it develops. How am I meant? Whether I agree that Ten Hag will succeed or not, that's not the point. I am not promising anyone here that Ten Hag will succeed. But I have to see you getting a fair chance, aka having all the players that you needed, playing together and available and healthy and fit to play, for me to sit here and then say, you know what, I've seen enough. It's been 10 games of Amrabat, Mount, and Mainu midfield, or Amrabat, Mount, and Bruno midfield, because whatever the midfield he wants to go with. I have to watch about 10 games of that where I'm like, you know what, bro? You've had everyone available. The signings that you made are available. The guys that you rated from last season are here and available. And I'm not seeing anything. So you know what? I'm Ten Hag out. I don't believe it. But I haven't reached that because I haven't seen what he's trying to cook. The guy is missing ingredients. So he's like, Stuffy, can you go back to the shop and buy this because I don't have it? How can I cook without onions? How can I cook without garlic? How can I cook without this, without that? The guy doesn't have the pieces that he wanted. Our press has dropped because, we had this conversation about Mount and Anthony and them a lot. I was saying this on the terrace today. Right now, I had someone come at me on Hassan's channel and saying, "Oh, Staffy, you said that the stats are showing that you had the second highest turnovers forced in the opponent's third." I'm like, "Yes, that is true." And he was like, "Oh, where was the press?" They were like, "Where was the press versus Brighton? And where was the press versus I think Bayern?" And I'm like, "All right, let's be objective here. the main two men that he had leading his press were Mount and Anthony. Doesn't matter if I rate them or not, but these guys were brought in to do a specific job. They're both out. One is injured and one has his issues going on, obviously the court issues that are going on. So none of them are available. So he brought in two players with certain profiles that now are not available, and he doesn't have the same profile on the bench. So when our press drops, they're like, see, Staffy, the stats lied. And the stats lied. Bro, the stats didn't lie. The stats changed because the players changed, and we don't have the like for like. And you're on mute, by the way. So when I talk about these positions, saying, listen, Lindelof comes in for Varane and they're not the same player. Martinez goes out and Evans comes in, they're not the same player, and you're still on mute. You're still on mute right now. You're still on mute.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. When Varane came on, it was such a difference, honestly.
And they're not the same. Lindelof is best abilities on the ball. Varane's best abilities off the ball. Lissandro's best abilities on the ball. When he comes off and Evans come in, they're not the same profile. Luke Shaw is like a creator for us from the back line. He likes to sit back while our right back kind of plays more advanced, whether it's Bissaka or Delo. So the dynamic in the team when you have Shaw, who plays a bit deeper and likes to create from behind, versus Reguilon, who's more of a runner and he likes to overlap. And the players are not the same. So when I say the dynamics change, people say it's an excuse. It's not an excuse. It's a reason. It's reality.
Excuse, it's the fact.
I'm explaining to you. If it was an excuse, Rhino, then I'll tell you something. We would have looked the same with and without these players.
Yeah,
and we haven't looked the same. We've
been bad in general.
Well. Yeah, someone told me, "Oh, well, you looked bad against Wolves." Okay, whoever thought? By the way, the Wolves game where we opened the season, a couple of our signings, I could swear Amrabat wasn't there and Reguilon wasn't there. And these are two guys that are and these are two guys that have been playing so far. And Mount started and he was like. So I was like, wait, did you really think that the minute we make these signings, the first game, which is Wolves, we were going to play that good football anyways? Because we're not playing the same way that we played last season.
You've changed up again. We've started again, unfortunately.
And unfortunately, every game we actually are changing. If you really think of it, Rhino, go compare our first game to Wolves to today. You're going to notice so many changes in the starting 11. We haven't even had a chance to set what system, do it bad the first time, then improve slightly. Let's say you improve 10% every game. And then by 10 to 15 games, you're going to be like, you know what? We came so far because it was hard on some of these players at first. They were getting used to each other. They were adapting to new teammates, and new system. And look at them now. After 10, 15 games, they're showing a little bit of improvement. It takes teams a season to two to start showing improvements with the addition of certain players.
And they play consistency with...
Exactly.
We could use Arsenal example. They played that same 11 and they learnt to gel with each other. Hence why when they started and they took out Partey and stuff, it messed it up.
100%. They went from the first two seasons, they played pragmatic and they were playing five in the back. But while he was doing that, he was actually recruiting players to how he eventually wants to play. And when he felt, okay, now I have enough to play the certain way that I want to play, now I'm going to switch my way. So he went slowly, but surely he was improving. And slowly some players will come out, some players will come in. Leno left and Martinez left. Ramsdale came in. Raya came in. What was his name? Kolasinac left. I forgot what was the other left back that left. And was it Tierney? I think he had Tierney when he came in. And then he got Zinchenko.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The center backs, I forgot rid of who? The Spanish guy. I forgot his name. The one that got
rid of loads of players.
And then got Gabriel. And brought back Salif slowly but surely. He was making changes until he felt, listen, I have now enough pieces to play the way that I want to play. And he started doing it. And then they started improving and adding more. These guys think it's going to take, it's going to change overnight where we're just going to change the system. And most of these players are good enough. They're not, most of them are not good enough. We got rid of Fred, replaced him with Amrabat. Amrabat hasn't played today. I don't really consider that he played today. He just came on for a couple minutes in a left back position, so he hasn't even played in the midfield. Yeah, it was Mario.
Did great, but it was
McTominay, he wanted so then he started today. If he didn't rate McTominay, how the fuck is he supposed to play a style of play with McTominay when he was like, listen, I don't want McTominay. He doesn't fit what I'm trying to do. You know, Reguilon, I think Reguilon has been good, but how am I to say that Reguilon is what he needs? Because he plays completely different to what Luke Shaw wanted to do. He wanted to play Luke Shaw as a third center back on the ball. And now we have to play Reguilon, who's doing well, but it's not the same thing. So how are we meant to do that when we don't have the right ingredients? It's not magic. Someone told me even Pep would have done this and that. I'm like, listen, bro, even Pep
Pep's
had to come
system
in.
is different.
He
Everything's
had
different. The
and
structure
he
is
had to,
different,
but he
man.
had to replace so many players, Rhino, because he was like, I need to play a certain way, so I'm gonna get rid of players and start bringing players that I need, and that's why Pep went from third. Obviously, Pep is one of the goats. Only he can go this quick from finishing third or fourth the first season and then winning the league because they still had decent quality. They're not that City squad wasn't as bad as this United squad right now, and Ten Hag is definitely not as bad as good as Pep was. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
think it's a sensitive entitlement to say like, oh, no matter who's on the pitch, we need to have patterns of play. Not with some of these lot, not in the
It's a
second
myth.
season,
It's a myth. It's a
not with
myth.
these amount of injuries. No, it's not realistic. People can call excuses, but I'm much more level-headed than some of these entitled fans to say that. And if they want to call it excuses, I think it's more of them being too oblivious. That's why I say, Rhino, sometimes like it sounds
Yeah,
arrogant, but like, listen, the
we have
way
to
I
be
break down the game,
fair with. Yeah,
the
I
way I break
respect
down the
it,
game, a
bro.
lot of people don't understand it. I think it's too complex. Listen, Rhino can understand it. I don't expect everyone to understand it. You know, Ozzy
Yeah,
can understand it, Tammy can understand, but not everyone can understand it. Certain people can understand it, and some people could. You can't.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
kind of have to look at it the way we're looking at it to understand where we're coming from. Instead of saying you're waffling, you're making excuses because it's
Yeah,
not
see the
excuses.
perspective is the perspective is important. And let me go to
100%.
what Don Dad is saying. I trust my instincts and I know what I speak of. I listen, Don. I understand what you mean, innit? And you're my guy. I big you up all the time. It's always love. You feel me? Share your opinion. We talk it out. But what I'm saying is that the style of play comes when we have consistency in the squad. Our players are injured, and this is what we need to do as a fan base. Because I see you said here, let me even go just through your comments, and I'm going to go through the rest of the comments as well. You said the fan base, son, you're very intelligent and I could teach you a lot. Don't generalize me with the rest. I think that's for something that Staffy said. Then he's like, I respect
Wait,
you,
Donda
but you
thinks
can't
he
school
can.
me on footy. Oh, man, United. Yeah, Don's on you still. But let me even talk about this quickly as well. Well, you said nobody's telling you to believe that my vision is 100 and I see shit long before it hits the fan. He can turn this around if he reverts to his initial philosophy. I understand that, but his philosophy is keeping the ball. But forget all of that anyway, because he's if you want to watch one of my videos I did talking about Ten Hag's plan with Manchester United, every team he's had, he's changed his plan. He's come to the Premier League, he's seen what players he's had, and he's realized what he can do. So we know certain fundamentals of Ten Hag's football in terms of wing backs overlapping, keeping playing up from the back, and high press. That's one thing we know is consistent. So we need to pick that and say, look, okay, this is what Ten Hag is. That's three attributes of a style of play. So when we say what is his style of play, that is it. Yes, there's other parts of it that's not perfect. E.g., playing that from the back is not perfect. Against Arsenal, yes, you can complain that it was all at the back and all of that stuff, but we can see some attributes that are consistent. Let's allow time. Let's get all our players in. We've never had a striker, a competent striker. Let's allow. I'm just kind of summarizing what Staffy said. We've never had a consistent 11 to gel together, let alone for other people to come in and to adapt to the system. If the first 11 can't adapt to the system and they haven't been consistent enough, how can we expect it to be free flow? Okay, you come out, you come in, and nothing changes. So we need to kind of think about it with common sense, respectfully, innit? But Don Dada, so what you're saying is that, so that's in
Wait, hold
response
on,
to
right
you,
now. I
innit?
just want to say
Yeah,
that there's been a
yeah,
raid
go
here
on.
from some for sarcasm. So we have
Oh, is it?
88
Yeah, big up
people.
sarcasm. Big up
88
sarcasm.
people watching right now.
Big
We
up,
need to
big
be
up, big
at
up, big up.
88 likes because we're at 15 right
Spam the
now.
likes, people. Spam the
88
likes. Spam the
people,
likes.
88 likes. Smash this like button right now. But go ahead, bro.
Big up
And by the
Jez
way,
as well. Big
I
up all the
think
man in the building.
I think Don Dada is not understanding what I'm saying because I'm not
Yeah,
sitting
go
here
on.
telling anyone to believe that this will work. I'm just
Mm-hmm,
saying you
mm-hmm,
need to
mm-hmm.
be much more reasonable when you're talking. I'm talking about today's game in specifically with the players that
100%.
we have today. Why the hell would I think that a midfield of what we had today, a back line of what we had today, and a front line of what we had today, this team is going to have a philosophy? Why? When I know McTominay shouldn't have been there. When I know, what's his name? Reguilon wasn't meant to be there. When I know that Evans shouldn't have gotten a contract. This is just three players that I just named. When I know Hannibal should have been on loan. When I personally think that Amrabat should be starting over Casemiro because Casemiro is not good enough right now.
Yep,
When I
yep,
think
yep.
that when Kobe Mino comes back, he should be starting. These are just 5, 6 things I name. How unrealistic do I need to be like, you know what? Those 6 are not there, but the other 6, they should 100% 100% keep the same philosophy and same. They're not the same
Exactly.
players. They're not
Exactly. They're
good.
not. They're
They're
not.
not good. So
And
it just
even to
doesn't make
touch on what the whole Palestri thing as well, I think Ten Hag is having a way of playing certain players that he needs to. Maybe he believes in Palestri a lot more than we think. We can say here, put Palestri on, let him have a run out against Burnley. But maybe Ten Hag is saying, you know what, Palestri's too good for that. Let's just make do with the 3 points, and then later on we move on. And that's one thing I can say Ten Hag has said. And listen, let me clarify this, people. Big up the new people in the chat as well, by the way. Like the video. If you haven't
There's
already,
no way we're
please
on
subscribe.
16 likes. That makes no
Come on,
sense.
bump up
guys.
the likes,
16.
people. Big up Flawless, my guy, always. Big up Sarcasm City. Love for the raid as well. And you guys subscribe and put post notifications on. I want to see the likes going up. I want to see the subscriber count going up if you haven't subscribed. But let me carry on with Palestri and keep throwing in your comments, people. Listen, I'm trying to look at this thing objectively, and not everyone's going to agree. Fair enough. But let's just try and see what the manager's doing, and let's focus on the positives for now, because we're not in the best situation right now at Manchester United. So cool, Palestri didn't get a run out. Even at 70 minutes, I was screaming for Amrabat to come on, because I was worried whether that I felt like we needed a bit more sense of security in the midfield. And I said, you know what, bring Amrabat in, bring Varane in, let's secure this midfield a bit, bring Eriksen in. But on the flip side of it, these players have had a rest. Palestri's had a fresh rest. Eriksen's had a rest. We know Eriksen can't play a lot of game time. So why are we worrying whether he comes on or not? We got the 3 points. We got in. We got out. Let's keep it moving. You feel me? Let me go through some of the comments as well before they kind of get too much. So, yeah, I've said that one already. So big up Rasmus, my guy, as well.
Mod me.
And what you say, Stuffy?
I was going to say, can you mod me? I just want to get rid of these spam.
Oh, yeah. Let me mod you real quick. Let me do that.
Guys, well, like 17 likes is actually embarrassing. Like, there's no way you guys are that
like the video, man. I'm just gonna mod stuff real quick. Have you put a comment in there so I can mod you? Yeah, throw a comment in there quickly, and I'll just mod you real quick. There you go. Yeah, you're modded already. Still.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
All right, we're good.
Yeah. Modded already. Yeah. So Rasmus said, I can't believe Amrabat had his debut playing as a left back. Listen, it happens. We put in more defensive. We secured the win. We keep it moving. Next game, we hope to see a better structure. And remember, Amrabat and who else hasn't been here? Amrabat and someone else. They're not fully fit, you know. So I'm happy that we didn't have to play them. Yeah, Amrabat and Mount and all of that are not fully fit. So let him get a quick run out of 5 minutes, and it's all good, man. You feel me? Why not Spurs? He's on you. He says Staffy. Ten Hag mentioned standards and training. Look at who's on the bench and who's. Oh, you've answered this anyway. It doesn't matter. We've answered this already. Cool.
I don't know what that means, because I was critical of that actually. I was actually critical of the standards on the pitch. I'm the one who started that movement. I said, right? You remember? I said I don't care about the standards on the training pitch. I care more about the standards on the pitch when we're playing. But what does that have to do with the standards? Today is all about ability. If I am telling you guys, and I'm someone who's always on Ten Hag's neck saying, this guy's not doing
Staffy's always on Ten Hag, always on Casemiro, always on. Staffy's one of the most critical people I know.
They call me the league gunner. They call me league gunner of United.
They say you're negative. They call you negative.
And even today, I'm saying there's nothing to be negative about. Today, you just have to be really honest with it. Today just proves to me a lot about certain football fans. If you actually understand how far your limits are and what you're capable of or not. Because I've heard, I rate Neeks Sports.
Oh yeah, Neeks. I like Neeks. He's on Football Terrace, right? Yeah.
And I did not speak to him until he came on the terrace, and he echoed everything I said. And I'm like, all right, I'm glad
I like
to know.
Neeks. Big up Neeks. Big up Neeks.
We thought today about the same thing. Even Neji, me and him argue all the time, and he said the same thing.
Yeah. Big up Neji, my guy as well.
Yeah, there's three of us that we usually argue about so many things, but we all were in agreement today that we can talk about philosophy all we want. We can talk about standards all we want. We can talk about patterns of play. All that is beautiful. Today is not the day. Not when Hannibal's on the pitch.
Form people.
Not when McTominay's on the pitch. Not when you're starting a game with Evans and Lindelof. Not when you're playing a diamond again and you don't have a right winger. It's just like you need to be real with yourself. Today was just not the day to do it. On other days, yes, 100%. When it's been all summer and you started the season and you had everyone available and you have a stinker against Wolves, yes, then it's applicable. We're gonna be like, wait, what the fuck were we doing today? But today is not the day. especially
It's
when you
not the
needed a
day.
win and you don't have your players available. I don't know how many times I need to say that.
100%, I agree with you, man. Spursy, why not Spursy says here, Arteta got the board back in as their pick of manager. That's why he and Edu have been able to get rid of players unceremoniously. 300 million plus of £1 million of assets let go for free. Are United willing to do that? Nope. Glazers are not willing to do that. 100%. Big up Marcus as well. We literally just parked the bus at Turf Moor. Let that sink in. How are people still defending this manager? Listen, I think we've answered that already. It's just about getting the 3 points. Ten Hag has said it as well. If Josie did that, it would be sack. Big up. Yeah, big up the raid as well. Big up Jez, always. Let me just run through these comments real quick. Big up Macho coming from Sarcasm City as well. Sarcasm City, come on, my guys. I hope you guys are subscribing. You're going to catch me on Fulolich's show as well, the Mandem United podcast. I'm there sometimes as well. So make sure you subscribe, man. I always do match reviews and I always do my offline videos. And big up, subscribe to Staffy TV as well, guys, man. Catch me on there as well. And big up all the Mandem as well. Big up everyone locked in the chat as well. I appreciate you guys. Marcus is just on Ten Hag. I see you, bro. Hit the like button. Yeah, follow what Jess said, people, man. Sophia saying preach. Listen, big up Sophia as well. That's what I'm saying, Sophia. Right now, we need to just worry about the small problems and slowly we can think about it. We can't think about style of play right now. We were worried about 3 points, let alone the style of play. We just wanted to get the points and get in and out. So 100%. Is Ten Hag's philosophy keeping the ball? Is that Ajax philosophy? He doesn't buy the players with good ball retention. I agree with that. I see why you can criticize certain players he's brought in and whatever, but we need to see the full 11 and see what's going to happen, and then we can criticize it. That's why come December, people, I'm not going to have no patience with Ten Hag, you know. Once we have at least 10 games where we've got Højlund in, bearing in mind we have to give Højlund a bit of time, but he's a striker. Once we see our full spine, I'm not going to give Ten Hag any chances. So that's why I'm saying, let me wait and see something first. Let me see, like what Staffy said, a consistent 11. You feel me? Look at our bench. Marshall, who once gone, will be Burnley's best player, and they bopped us. Yeah, you've got your theory. So, and like I said, we've addressed that.
Marcus is sitting on the shit. This is what Marcus is doing. That's how he's just not listening. That he's just sending comments. That's how he's sitting right now.
Pep says to Foden, for example, you're playing left back or not at all. Result, Foden will play left back. Ten Hag needs to say to certain players, like it or lump it, I'm the boss, play this way or jog on. Big up Stephanie. I was just asking, I don't know if he's Dada, are you talking to me?
Just talking beefing with me. Yeah, he's just beefing.
Oh, he's beefing.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm just trying to get through these comments. No one will really be injury free, so the coach must be able to adapt. I understand that, but at the same time, we haven't had enough of our first 11 to be sustainable, to create a style of play that when other people come in, we can adapt. You feel me? But yeah, big up Marcus, big up Why Not Spurs? Jess says here, what if Ten Hag didn't want to revert to possession-based system? I don't think he played one last season after the first 2 games. I think he wanted physicality and energy as a priority. Yep, that's true. That's why he got Mount. And that's why I've learned. Big up Neji. I feel like if you look at what Ten Hag's trying to do, he's trying to have energy. Yes, slightly a bit of possession and keeping the ball, but that's not the main thing. It's about having successful passes and transitioning. But like I said, we don't have the full 11 to see all of that. And on top of that, some of the 11 we do have are not up to par. You know, Rashford hasn't really had too many games and certain things about tracking back and all of that stuff. So, cool. Yeah, big up the raid, big up Mama Pam, big up Jez again. LFC for the double. Why does Palestri need a rest? It's probably from injuries and stuff. I feel like if Ten Hag sees that we're winning, I can see both sides. Maybe what I said, maybe I can take that back. Maybe Palestri could have got another run in to keep his legs fresh as well. But at the same time, if we don't have to put him on and we don't have to risk it, we keep him fresh for the next game. You feel me? But I see what you mean. So I slightly take back what I said in regards to rest. But my theory still stands. No, Rhino, his initial philosophy was positional play philosophy, which favors highly technical, intelligent players that is versatile. He has gone to philosophy that favors physicality over technicality.
What is positional play? Can you explain
I'm not
that?
sure. Yeah, you might have to elaborate, bro. But this is what I'm saying. I think Ten Hag's had a year of these players, and he wants to see what's good. And he's realized, okay, you know what? I can't rely on these players to do certain things. Let me switch it up. Because if you don't switch it up and he forces it, and we start getting hammered every game, I know you guys are going to track back and say, "Oh, what's Ten Hag doing? He needs to adapt to the Premier League. This person, you know what I'm saying?" So when are we happy, guys? When are we really happy? It's the same thing that I was saying against Bayern Munich. Everyone was talking about, oh, but Bayern Munich had all these chances. It was still 4-3, people. When we have all our chances, do you lot give us the credit? Or do you lot say it's about the score? So I just feel like there needs to be a consistency, man. 100%. Football with Bruno and Rashford is so depressing. Yeah, it can be. It actually can be as well. Big up Steph again. Cool. I think I've got through most of them. Yeah, big ups, my guy Flawless.
Big up,
Come
Flawless.
on, man. Come on. See, Flawless, I took a while to get to your comment. The raid took me by storm. I'm thinking, whoa, what's going on? You feel me? But love for that, my guy. Big up. Don Dada said, you don't know what is positional play tactical, periodization, and gegenpress. But that's what I'm saying. I feel like
Bro,
we've got some elements of that. We've got elements of, but Staffy, don't you think we've got elements of that? It's just not complete yet. And I understand why we're upset that why
Dundada,
after
how
the
about you
second
just
year.
stay quiet and watch me, Dundada? You're just talking too much. I have a name.
He's saying, I told you I could teach these youths. He's on you.
You can't teach me shit. You can't teach me shit. That's why I'm here and you're there. Just sit in your seat, enjoy the show, and talk less. Stop throwing terms that you can't explain.
Staffy and Dundada be going at it still.
I don't even know who that is. Who is Dundada?
Nah, he's my guy still. He's one of my mods, and he's on Flawless's channel as well. So he's my guy. He's my guy. Be
respectful then. Be respectful.
My guy.
Stop calling me a you when my name is right here behind me, and I've been adjusted my name a few times. So be respectful.
I hear you. I hear that. Stephanie says, Rhino Ten Hag must pay the kids in the Carabao Tuesday. Right now, I just want to get through these games. So sometimes I feel like my opinion is lost right now. You feel me? But yeah, I guess I just want to see wins. So if Ten Hag gets it right and we start winning and we can start getting to some form, then from there we can start saying, okay, let's see the style start to be implemented. But for now, guys, we're going through a drought right now. So we need to get through the form first. For me, in my opinion, you might not agree with me, but you guys are here to hear my opinion. You feel me? But LFC, 100%. That's one problem I have about Ten Hag. If Rashford is having a stinker, drop him. I get where he's coming from with the fact that Rashford can play dead for 90 minutes and score a goal that can take us out of the shits. But at the same time, people like Garnacho can be more effective. You feel me? So, and Højlund didn't have a great game today, you know. Yes, he did a couple things nice, but he didn't have a perfect game. You feel me? So we have to allow these blips as well. And we have to remember we're going to have negative times at Man United. I think we've got a bit too comfortable with what Ten Hag done last season. So, we need to be a bit more patient and allow us to have our down period still. But regular and injured, nah. Yeah, actually, he had some sort of hamstring issue. Yeah. So, I listen, this is not, come on, you can't make this shit up. Look how many injuries. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I think I read that already. Big up.
Yeah, he said another one. Big up Flawless.
Yeah, big up, man. Staffy, we spoke on Twitter already, Dread. Okay, he said he's had a discussion with you as well.
So he should have said my name all along then. There you go.
We discussed the Qatari issue he's saying as well. What opportunities did Højlund have? Strike at United is a death sentence. Yeah, that's
he should
true.
Have scored. I think he should have scored that.
Yeah, there was a chance that he had. One where the one that was off target.
No. He got that one from the low where he was like half a second late. He didn't stretch his
the cutback. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was fuming. Still, he knew that he should have scored that. Yeah. Right now I'm out. You telling me to stay quiet. No, stay there, Don, man. It's cool, man.
You know how many other people are watching right now?
USA Tech says B grade Ollie Ball as well. Bring back Alvaro Fernandez back from loan. I hear you, man. I hear that, man. Don't we have an interim doctor? Listen, man, everything is a mess at Manchester United, man. But yeah, now I've got through the comments. Thank you guys as well. Guys, let me check the likes right now, guys, man, because I need to see at least 40 likes. I need to see. Okay, we've got 21. Come on, guys. Let's go to 30 now, people. Guys, just go down, hit the like button, put your comments in as well. I will respond to it as well. You know, right now I'm waiting to get my channel remonetized. Look, see, Staffy's all flying. Staffy's all got his thing rolling already. Because I
No,
was
but
slacking, you
Dundada
know.
doesn't rate me, so it's okay. Maybe I'll shut down my channel so this guy can throw terms at me. This guy's talking about Gengen Press with McTominay and Hannibal. Yeah, sure, bro, sure.
I've been slacking, man, but I'm back with the lives, guys. So hopefully I get my channel remonetized again and we're gonna be rolling again. You feel me? I was wasting my time doing a lot of pre-recorded videos when I could have been smashing the lives. I mean, my lives are going ham as well, but I'm back, people, anyway. LFC for the double says yes, that was good. Don Dada said you ain't ready. Your Sam was spot on relative to ETH's cowardice. I hear that. I respect your opinion. Phil Jones has been announced as new club doctor. No, hey, no.
I mean, we have an interim doctor, bro. We have an interim doctor, and people wonder why we don't have players on the pitch. And then they want me to play a certain style of play with these players.
Nah. We can't, man. We can't be doing this, Man United, man. Hey, listen, we are in the mud, man. Anyway, let me give my opinion on some of the players on the pitch as well, man. Obviously, I want to talk about Højlund. Højlund, let's give him time, people. Let's give him time. Yes, he should have scored. And I can see that probably, I don't know if Rashford is watching social media, but all of a sudden he's trying to pass the ball a lot more now. Like, you know.
He had that one chance today where no one pressed him and he could have took a shot and he tried to pass it. And I'm like, bro, are you stupid?
He's overthinking.
Why are you overthinking it right now? You know he should have shot there. We're asking you to pass, but not in this situation. You could have just shot. Oh my God.
And people are trolling that. That can't be true, man. We are a mess. We don't lie. We don't laugh. We're gonna cry. 100%, man. Listen, he's already lost the hair he didn't have. What hair? Yeah, 100% double, bro. Listen, Ten Hag's not the same guy he was when he stepped in. He's talking about errors come to an end, and I want to talk about Ten Hag's difference of language and whatever, because I feel like I understand it. Maybe he can be a bit more humble. You don't need to say crazy things, but you need to understand in the Dutch league, yes, you're going to say, oh, but he should adapt, but they say things differently. And even, do you know what I think he meant? I don't think he meant it like he's coming to end them. I think he meant it as in, they're good now, but they're not going to last forever. So I'm here to try and change Man United. You feel me? But everyone took it as, you know what? Ten Hag has come and stamped his authority and he's coming to take over. I don't think he meant that, because he already said as well, which people don't want to do. Same way they clipped Pep when Pep's laughed at Man United, they cut it just after he laughed, but they didn't play the rest of the clip when he said, you know what, United will probably come back. They need some time to get into form. There's always an agenda. You feel me? What else happened recently? What happened recently? Someone had a stink, or someone done something that when we did, it was all over the internet, but now it's the other team. No one cares, bro. Like with Man United, everything's always gonna be amplified. You feel me? Stephanie saying 23. Come on, guys, we need to get 30, 40, man. Come on, guys. Don Dallas says I've mentioned 3 philosophies and simply asked if he was aware of what they are. He clearly didn't. Nothing is wrong with not knowing. We can all learn. But anyway, let me go back to Ten Hag.
Dundada, stop that main character syndrome, bro. No one cares. We're not here to watch. No one's here to watch you. So just get off the keyboard and just watch the show, son.
We're going to close out in about 10 minutes. I was only meant to be here for 20, 30 minutes, but you guys run your comments through. We're going to stick it. We're going to get to the hour mark and we're going to close out. Please, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe as well and make sure you put post notifications on. But yeah, so when Ten Hag is talking, even with the whole Sancho situation, what he said about errors come to an end, I think there's a way of deliverance of how players talk, how he talks as a Dutch manager. When he said that whole thing about Davies, Pellistri has a good chance, I think he means it like how we talk about Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's a good defender, but he's not great going forward. What's his name? Trent's great going forward, but he's not great at defending. I think that's what Ten Hag meant, but it sounded like
that was too blunt. Yeah, it was too blunt.
Yeah, but it's that Dutch thing, I think. So he comes across very blunt, but I don't think he intends for it to be like that. I think he just said, you know what, we've got a good chance.
Remember Louis van Gaal in the World Cup? He said something about the Argentina team. He said we will be better than them. I forget what he said. I think he
I
said
can't remember.
He said basically that they're gonna be better than them for something in the midfield. Whether he said we're gonna counter it, he mentioned something I don't remember. And
Mm.
then the Argentina players were so pissed at him next day. That's when Messi
Yeah.
did this thing to him. He was like,
Oh
he
yeah,
talked too
yeah. I
much.
briefly remember that. Yeah, I
They're
briefly
just
remember
too
that.
blunt. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
just
it's
too
too
blunt.
blunt, and that's how Dutch people are. But I don't think it comes from a place of arrogance. That's just how they are. But I get you guys. He has to adjust and understand how he comes across in these press conferences because people can take it wrong. Same way with the whole Sancho situation, but we don't want to go through that again. Meanwhile, Sancho beating Messi.
EAFC, you mean?
Yeah, EFC. I haven't even got that. Yeah, I haven't played FIFA for time, man. I'm on GTA roleplay, man. Guys, join the city. There's a city called District 607. Big up my producers that I manage because obviously I do music and stuff. I behind the scenes apart from YouTube and that I'm artist and producer manager. I do a lot of all of that stuff. So District 607 RP. If you guys play RP, join that server and big up my producers FNR Beats as always. Subscribe to their channel, subscribe to their Twitch. That's separate, but we'll carry on anyway. You guys need to take advantage of the North American market and stay live longer. Yeah, it's funny you said this because look, Flawless is saying, nah, you're here for the long haul. The people want a long stream. I'm drawn out, guys.
Bro,
I
am in North America. That's what I'm saying. Listen, we're trying to build that fan base, but all the Americans
Yeah.
need to come here. They need to subscribe to us. And once we get enough, we'll start going live. We want to cater to more than one market. So shout out to the UK market, but we're trying to cater to the American market too. So like the video, subscribe, and we'll have people to sit here and talk to. Can't talk to anyone when no one wants to hit that like button. By the way, we're
Trust
3
me,
likes
please,
away from
guys.
30.
Come on, there you go, guys. 3 more likes,
Do it
30,
for
and we're
Rhino,
gonna
not
go
for
to
me.
40.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do
man.
it for
Thank
Rhino,
you
not
guys,
for me.
man. Come on, man. In the Netherlands, Ten Hag's comments wouldn't be frowned upon. It was just stating facts without bad intent. That's what I'm saying. I don't think there was bad intent, but he needs to kind of be mindful of how it comes across in the UK press because now you are in the UK, league, so it's a bit different. Sophia, we're all here to discuss, share. So I'm wrong to ask a question or expect an answer.
Main character syndrome. Get over yourself. Get over yourself.
Neil should have shut him up. I hear that. I hear you, man. It's 4:30 West Coast American and 7:30 East Coast. Oh yeah, so because you've got the Eastern and Central, and I only know that because I play RP with a lot of Americans, so I've got used to things being Central Time and Eastern Time as well. But big up the guys overseas, man. Thank you guys, man. Subscribe, man, and I'll go live around these times a lot more. You feel me? Ten Hag not in control of removing players. He doesn't want that. That's on United's hierarchy board. Yes, men has caused all these problems. Recruitment upgrades and dressing room harmony, 100%. Maguire shouldn't be here. McTominay shouldn't be here. Donny van de Beek was on the bench. He shouldn't be here. We should be having players like Amrabat, NX, and Gravenberg should be here. I don't know if he would have picked us. Obviously, we didn't go in for him, so we can't say he picked Liverpool over us because we didn't actually bid, and it's not like we bid for him and he said no, So, but we don't know whether he would have picked Man United or Liverpool. But we should have a lot more midfield reinforcements as well as having Mount as well. And then on top of that, Mount got injured as well. It's crazy, man. Don Dad is saying, Rhino, when are you live again? Heading out of patrol, bless her.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He thinks everything's about him, bro. Oh my God. Like, get over yourself. No one cares.
Bro, a German player is in jail after they found out he has connection with, is it? Wow. Damn. Stephanie's talking to Flawless. I agree. He has to adapt. And that's what I'm saying. We need to let Ten Hag adapt. He's in a sticky situation, people. And I'm not trying to defend Ten Hag FC, but at this point, I'm stressed out. I want to see Man United get some wins on the belt, and I just want to be sensible because I'm going to criticize him when he needs to. I do understand we can look at it on both sides and say he should have done this, he should have done that. But we got the 3 points, guys, and we are not the best. What did you expect? We're going to play some Real Madrid football against Burnley just because it's Burnley. We are crap right now. Man United are poor, and that's what I want to talk about. The game was poor. The game was terrible. You saw the difference when Varane came on. He won headers. He was intercepting. His positional play, everything. And I have to big up Evans. Evans did all right. But I'm not trying to see him again and start getting excited that, Evans is the best player now. Let's play him against Palace. No. Evans shouldn't be our club. Maguire shouldn't be at our club. We had Johnny Evans, people, bro. We had flipping McTominay still here. Come on, guys, man. We need to be serious, man. All right, Staffy has to go soon, so yeah, stop. Oh, you have to go now anyway. But yeah, big up Staffy, man. I'm gonna close that in the next couple minutes as well.
Yeah,
But
if you're
no,
gonna shut
Staffy.
it, then
Oh
I'll
yeah, I'm
say
gonna close out soon.
yeah, we'll
Yeah,
wrap
yeah,
up in
yeah,
minutes.
yeah. Cool, no worries.
Please put flawless as last comment because I finally I needed someone who
go on.
understands what they're talking about. There it is.
So Flawless
There it
says
is.
here, it was all about getting the result. It was a workman-like performance. And this
That's
is
all it
what I'm
is.
saying, people. Ten Hag stated this. He didn't say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. He said, we're away from home. I just want the points. So why are we moaning? That's what I'm saying. He didn't come and say we're gonna play tiki-taka football and watch this and Onana's gonna, Onana got a clean sheet as well. He did a couple good saves. When he has blunders, we throw him under the bus or we criticize him. He did some good saves today. Are we gonna now say, oh, but they're easy saves? It's like we're never gonna be sensible with our criticism. Let's be calm and collective, and that's why I feel like a lot of people like me on their channels because I just kind of keep it cool. I don't always have to say everything you agree with, but I just like to be sensible sometimes because there's a lot happening at Man United, and I feel like we're easy to forget as a fan base, man.
Man
So
wants to talk
Alfonso
about
Davis.
positional play philosophy. Away to Burnley with McTominay and them on the pitch. And wants to
Ten
say,
Hag said Alfonso Davis
educate.
is not a great defender. But that's what I'm saying. It's like saying Trent's not a great defender. We're not dissing him. He's just not a great defender. So look at the intent. If I turn around and say Trent's good at going forward, but he's not a good defender, doesn't mean I'm cussing him. No, I'm just being objective with how he plays. So I'm going to capitalize on his weaknesses. That's what you do. When we was playing against Arsenal and was it Tierney? When Tierney was playing at right back, we were saying Rashford should be going to cook him up because he's not good at. He's not really a great defender. So I feel like I get what you mean, and he does need training a bit. He does definitely need training to understand the impact of how he says things. But we're just being reactionary at this point. That's what I think. Still, yeah, we need a W. If we lost this game, it would have been a full-blown crisis. 100%. The fan base will be having a meltdown. 2 more minutes, guys, and we are going to close out. Please, guys, let me check the likes again. Like the video before we close out, please, guys. What are we on now? I'm checking. We are on 27. Come on, guys. Where's the 30 at? And I don't even like to like my own videos. I don't do it. So please get us to 30 likes. Please.
You should.
Come on, man. Does it work? I don't know. I feel like it's double. It's like a double jinx.
I always like the videos.
Exactly. Fuller's job done. Onana as key and as Bruno goal. That's what I'm saying. This is a good confidence boost for Onana. And big up Flawless. He says, Ryan, you're level-headed. Appreciate you, bro. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. I feel like this is just a boost to build our form. Show Onana that, look, my guy, you can do your thing, and let's just move on. A lot of these plays you're not going to see when we get our players back. We're not going to see them. So let's just be happy we got the points, man. My issue is, why is McLaren not helping him with adaptation? He knows the Premier side out. It's politics, man. Big up our context as well. Arnold is just sloppy. Big up my guy Magpies as well. He's a Newcastle fan. You find him on my show as well. Young fan. He says some outrageous stuff sometimes, but big up my guy, man. Yeah, that header from Rashford giving up was a good save. Arnold in 1920, but he's not as good as defending. Few more clean sheets, even if they're draws, will do Onana and the team well. A good 100%. And guys, listen, I'm Onana in, and I'm Ten Hag in. Yeah, Onana just needs a run of games, and yes, he's got everyone's saying he borrowed De Gea's gloves and that, but you feel me? I just feel like Onana just needs to adapt, man. We need to give him time, and it's hard to adapt in such a toxic situation. And I hope we don't destroy him. I hope we don't destroy Højlund. I hope Ten Hag can turn this around. You feel me? But listen, guys, man, we're going to close out now, man. I appreciate everybody that's joined. And listen, there's 77 people still left in here. You guys like the video. It's free. You feel me? And I might start doing call-in shows. And I like to be interactive with my comments. You feel me? Even when super chats come in, I'm still going to be interactive with you guys and obviously prioritize the super chats. But I appreciate you guys. You guys can say anything you like and I'll say my opinion, but be respectful, like Staffy says, you feel me? And big up Staffy for being on the show as well, man. What are you saying, Staffy, man? Talk to the people then, man, as we close out.
Definitely be respectful. Call people by their name, especially when they're sitting here, taking time out of their day, giving you a show. Don't call them you, when your name's right there. But listen, man, big up. Thank you for having me, Rhino. The hour went by quick. I'm not gonna lie, this hour went by quick. I'm not gonna lie.
Quick.
I didn't even notice it. 33 likes so far, guys. For
Perfect,
Rhino's sake, it should. I'm not gonna lie. If this was my channel, I would have been pissed if we're not at 50. But come on, like at least get Rhino to 40, and that's
if we can get to 40, I'll be so happy. I'll be so happy, guys.
I actually think that's too kind. I'm just saying 40 because it's not my channel. If it's my channel, we would have been on until we get 40 likes, and then I'm gonna let everyone go.
So we should rewrite out our last 5 minutes to see if we can get 40, guys.
Bro, I would have held them hostage for the next 30 minutes until we get the likes.
Let me see. What have we got now? 130. On my side, it says 32. Can we get 40 likes before we go, people?
Listen, we're going to get it.
Staffy has to go.
Listen, we're going to get that. People hit them likes. And even people who watch on the replay, if you're watching on the replay right now.
Yeah, like the video. Like the video still.
100%. Get us to 40 likes, at least, if you're watching the video now.
Steffi's saying 75 likes, 75 watching now. Listen, I wish I could be that demanding, but right now, I'm just humble. I'm humble. But Staffy, you got a show coming up tomorrow as well. I think I might be on your channel tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we're gonna do a match review. I don't know what time we're gonna do it. I gotta figure it out just because of the North Derby thing and all that. So definitely gonna do that. I might actually do a watch along for the Arsenal versus Spurs game. So I might have a watch along for the North London Derby. So watch out to that, guys. And listen, as I said, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, subscribe to my channel if you haven't heard of me before.
Staffy TV, come on.
That's Staffy _TV. So type in that in YouTube. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and you'll see me again on Rhino's channel soon, and you'll definitely see Rhino on my channel a lot. So make sure you watch out to both of us. And big up to everyone who watched.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up you guys in the chat as well. I can't say this lightly. Please, on the way out, if you haven't already, click the like button. You see the quality of the content we're providing. My microphone's clear. You're not listening. It's not like you're hearing me through some phone speaker. You feel me? So clear content. We've got people like Staffy. We've got a lot of other people that come on this channel as well. You find me on Side TV as well. Big up Side in the Mandem. You find me on Staffy's channel. You find me on Sarcasm City. Big up all you guys as well. You find me on Red Talk United. Loads of channels I'm on. So big up you guys as well. And I appreciate the rival fans joining in as well. Big up Beautiful Smiles. Have to screens going for tomorrow. Liverpool, North London. Listen. Tomorrow's gonna be. You know what? We got our 3 point Staffy. 3 point collectors. You feel me? So tomorrow I'm just gonna be watching with my. Listen, I'm gonna have my food ready. I'm gonna be. Listen, the North London derby. Who do you think is gonna win that, Staffy? Quickly as we close out. Come on, guys. 40 likes.
First of all, I was going to say, if we didn't win today, I most likely would have not done a watch along tomorrow. The fact that it's an option now, it's only because you think I have any shame to sit there and do a North London derby if we didn't beat Burnley. So thankfully now the option is up to me. I'll think about it and see if I have the time. But in terms of who I think is going to win, I think, first of all, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a very good game. And I think it's going to end 4-2 to Arsenal. Big scoreline prediction, yes.
It's going to be very interesting because everyone's on this Tottenham football and Postecoglou and whatever. So and I know he's not going to come into this game and play different because we know his style of play.
He said he's not. He said he's going to play his way, yeah.
But I do think Arsenal are going to win, man. Arsenal are 2 seasons right now. And I hate to say, I hate Arsenal, but I can be sensible when I need to say things constructively. You feel me? So... yeah, Arsenal will do their thing, man. But Tottenham might come and do something. Where are they playing, actually? Emirates.
In the Emirates, yeah.
Yeah, Arsenal will win, man. Arsenal will win, but we'll see, guys. But listen, how many likes are we on, Staffy? How many likes are we on? Look, I've given you a couple minutes.
30.
Okay, we're nearly there. So I reckon by the end of the night, we'll have 40.
People on the replay will do it for us.
Yeah, they will.
If you're watching on the replay, make sure you hit the like button.
All right, guys. Listen, we're closing out. Thank you for the comments. Like the video. Subscribe to Staffy TV as well. And make sure that you subscribe to this channel and you've put the post notifications on. This is MGTV. Thank you guys for watching, and we are out. Peace.
Hey, I swear firms and rents pattern this.